For each reflection you write this semester, you'll be asked to identify what's called a featured image that will represent that reflection on the archive page, the page where all of your reflections will be displayed in a grid on your website. Each featured image in some way should represent the content of the reflection that it represents. It might do so literally or metaphorically. For example, let's say you have a reflection that talks about the struggles you've had with writing while in college. The featured image might be a picture of somebody writing by hand or on a computer. But the picture might also be, instead, a set of chains. The first image signals that the reflection is about writing. The second image signals that the reflection is about struggle. So where will you get these images? Option 1, take your own photo of whatever you want to represent the content of each reflection. Option 2, choose images that you or your friends already have that capture the artifacts about which you speak in your reflections. Option 3, go to a stock photo site where you can access images that are copyright free and that you can use without attribution. These might be photos of actual things. These might also be illustrations or cartoons. To add a featured image in WordPress, first go to the media library. There you will see all of the default featured images that I added to create the template. Here is where you can upload your own images. Then go to one of your reflections. You will see in the right-hand sidebar when you're in edit mode, there is a place where you can replace the featured image that I used with your own. Try to be consistent across the 6 reflections and associated featured images. If you use an illustration for one of your featured images, it's going to look really out of place in most cases if it's the only illustration among the 6. If you want to use a photo that has other people in it, you have to ask permission from those people. Similarly, do not use other people's or companies' photos unless you have permission to do so. For example, you can't use the logo from your favorite band or restaurant. You don't own that image. You have no right to use it. For some of the WordPress themes that you might use in this class, it's going to be important that all of your featured images have the exact same dimensions. If you have one of those themes, this might take you a little while to figure out. You might not realize there's an issue until you've actually uploaded all of your featured images and seen how they look in the grid. So you might need to edit the dimensions of a particular featured image to make it work in that theme, or ultimately you might end up picking a different featured image altogether. If your images are not decorative, if they are informative, don't forget to add alternative text.